Apple is paying $38 billion to bring cash back to the U.S. because of tax overhaul. Apple Inc. said it will be bringing hundreds of billions of overseas dollars back to the U.S., pay about $38 billion in taxes on the money, and invest tens of billions on domestic jobs, manufacturing, and data centers in the coming year. The iPhone maker plans capital expenditures of $30 billion in the U.S. over 5 years and will create 20,000 new jobs at existing sites and a new campus it intends to open, the Cupertino, California-based company said in a statement. We are focusing on our investments in areas and of course, there's a pop-up. Okay. In its December approval of the most extensive tax code revision since in 1986, Congress scrapped the previous international tax system for corporations. So, what this article should be, Marcus says lies. I don't think it's lies. I just think the framing is off. I don't think there's any actual lies in here, like in the literal sense. I don't think they're lying about anything. I just think the framing is off. The framing should not be, hey, this tax code's great, so Apple's going to invest some money back home. The framing should be, hey, Apple was storing their money overseas so they could avoid paying their honest share of taxes, even though they had every loophole in the book already. Now they have even more loopholes, so they're just going to bring this money back to the U.S. because they can get away with it even easier. That's what's going on. And people are making it out like oh, these corporations are going to find a way to cheat out of paying their taxes anyway. Well, now they don't have to cheat as much. So we're getting new jobs. No, you're getting new jobs because there's a demand for those jobs. The Apple CEO, Tim Cook, he even admitted, like when he was asked straight up, are these 20,000 jobs a result of the new tax bill? He couldn't say yes. Like he didn't say, oh yeah, we wouldn't be, like he said, oh, well, this is kind of, we were going to plan this anyway, because he faced the dilemma of either having to be like, either having to tell the people what, like give the right-wing argument to appease the masses, say, yes, this tax cut's great because we're creating jobs, or he had to not give his company the credit for doing well. You know what I mean? Apple's growing. Apple made $10 billion in profits just in the last quarter of 2017 alone. Apple's growing. They're doing great. According to their 2018 predictions, they're going to need to create new jobs. So they were going to create these jobs anyway. So basically, this CEO had the choice of either, parroting the right-wing narrative that people want him to parrot, or giving his company credit for growing. And he tried to be on the fence. He's like, well, some of this was growth anyway, but I think the tax cut's a good thing. Well, no, you don't get to have it. You don't get to have it both ways. Is it a result? Are these 20,000 jobs a result of the tax cuts or not? You can watch footage of interviews with him done of recent. He pretty much admits, no, it's not. These are just jobs that they needed. There's a demand for these jobs. And forever voting third party. Walmart took credit for an $11 an hour wage while shutting down Sam's Clubs. Yeah, Walmart moved up to almost a living wage. They gave credit to the tax cuts for it. Meanwhile, they're shutting down Sam's Clubs. So they're shutting down places. And meanwhile, you really think the Waltons can't pay their employees a living wage? They can. They choose not to. They choose not to. Walmart does not follow environmental standards. They rely on the welfare of the communities. They exploit the resources in every community they're in. And it's all so they can pad the pockets of themselves and their shareholders. They are an example of true predatory behavior. And because of lack of protections in the United States, they're allowed to get away with it. Just like Apple is allowed to store money overseas to avoid, they have an incredibly low tax rate anyway. Now it's going to be even lower. So they're just bringing some money back home. And these articles are painted as if, oh, look at Apple. They're going to be paying more in taxes. Good on them. Oh, this tax bill gave them more incentive. No, this tax bill makes it even easier for them to cheat. They were already cheating anyway. That's what's going on here. It's just a wall of cheating. So it's not straight up a lie. It's just a very interesting framing, a very deceptive framing of what's really going on. Hey guys, thanks for watching. That was a clip from Get Your News On with Ron, the world's first viewer-curated streaming news show. What does that mean? That means I log on to a stream and people tweet me articles over on Twitter at Ron Placone, or they use our Reddit subsection, which is just Get Your News On with Ron over on Reddit. And that's how we build the show. I'm seeing all these articles for the first time. We are literally getting our news on together. Follow me on Twitter at Ron Placone so you can participate. And this show streams live every Tuesday through Friday at 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. So please do tune in. If you want to support this show, you can do so over on patreon.com/Ron Placone, where for as low as $1 a month, you get access to exclusive podcasts every week, exclusive videos, free tickets to shows when I'm performing in your town, and more for as low as $1 a month. Please do consider it. Thank you so much for your support. This has been Get Your News On with Ron.